Welcome back to the $1 Million Challenge, where I start off with $1 and I'm working my way up to $1 million through gambling. Today we're sitting at day 209 on the challenge, and we're sitting at $1,431 in the bankroll, adding up all of our outside casino apps and our investments in Bitcoin. So here's the deal. I'm going to show some bonuses from the last episode that I did, and I want to talk about a little bit what's going on the sheet before I hop into actually showing those. So the biggest thing is I signed up for a new website and I got a little bit of a sign up promotion. So that's what this new column is here. You can see I moved $100 from our Bitcoin over to this new website. Then the balance drops down to like $80, and I'll explain why that happened. But that's the biggest thing that happened since the last episode. I got this nice sign up bonus. So let's pull it up and I'm gonna walk you through what I did. Okay, so I signed up for this website called Bet Online. They had a sign up offer where I could get up to $250 in free bets with no strings attached, plus 100 free spins on my first ever deposit. So I signed up and I had to make a deposit of $50 or more. So I put $100 of my Bitcoin into the website. You can see my balance at the top there. That's after the transaction fee was $99.92. And then I got the 50% deposit match. So I got $50 in free bets. Okay. And I got 100 free spins, which I think I actually show this too. So this is the free spins. I just took a screenshot of that promotion, that part of it. And the way that was paid out was 10 spins every day for 10 days. That's pretty much all it was. So every day I got 10 free spins. So you'll see the balance kind of slowly go up from any winnings from the free spin. So it wasn't like all at once. And then there was also a promotion that I signed up. This was like not related to the sign up offer. I think this was like just a promotion on their website, but it was you have to place $50 on a NFL team to win the Super Bowl. And if you place that $50 bet, the way this promotion works is every week they get a win in the NFL season, you get $10 in free bets. So I put $50 on the Buffalo Bills. I'll show that bet in a minute here. Then every time they win, I get $10 in free bets to use for the next week. So it was a nice little promotion. But here is the proof that I used my Bitcoin, just showing evidence or like transaction confirmation that I transferred over $100 of Bitcoin to the website. And then here is the video of me putting my bet on the Bills. So I put $50. I'm just making sure my face cam isn't blocking too much. But yeah, so $50 on the Bills, place that bet, and every time they win during the NFL season, I'll get $10 in free bets. So a nice little promotion for the bankroll. This was the first day of free spins. I got 10 free spins on the same website that I was just telling you about. So there's the 10 free spins. I think they're only 10 cents a spin, but I won enough to show it on video. Anytime I win anything under like $2, I'm not showing on camera. And soon that's gonna bump up to $5. Anything that's over $5, or sorry, anything that's under $5, I'm not gonna show on camera. So this is still, I think, in the $2 range. But yeah, so I think I got into a bonus game here, so I got some like 10 extra free spins, which is pretty cool. And it paid out a little bit. Yeah, $2.42. And then we got some other bonuses outside of that website. These are our typical apps that I use. This one was just some free spins on one of the Huff and Puff games. There's a promotion. They were just giving out like free spins every couple of days. So I spun this wheel, which gives you your free spins. I ended up getting 10 free spins, and I ended up playing that. I think I might get into a bonus in this one. I don't remember, but I'm going to show you the rest of these bonuses. There's about a minute left of these. So yeah, here's the bonus game that I got into. And I think this one pays out pretty decent too. Again, I just show all these on camera just for proof that I'm not adding any money to the account, because those balances on the tracking sheet will fluctuate a lot. They'll go up and down based on like sports betting I'm doing, any like little promotions where I get $1 or something here and there. Yeah, I got $10.80 on that, so that's pretty good. Here's another free spins that I got during this time frame. So I'm doing like 6 days of play today. I should preface with that. So there's gonna be a little bit more bonuses than usual because I had like almost a whole week of like stuff I had to catch up on. I'm trying to speed run the challenge now and catch up to where I should be in real time. But yeah, we have a lot of days of gameplay here. So here's another one where I had to wager $1. Actually, I got a free $1 on this app. And then there's a promotion where you have to wager $1 every single day. And if you wager $1, you'll get like a mystery box that has like a random promotion in it. So I put $1 on the stock market game. Actually, I think I lost a little bit. Yeah, I lost like 30 cents on that. Then I get this mystery box that had 5 free spins. And then I play this game. So yeah, there's a lot of free spins on this week. This is like a whole week of footage I had to kind of catch up on, but I'm just showing everything on camera. Like I said, not the most exciting content, but it's important because the bankroll did go up a good bit. So we got $3.08 from that. Let's hop back into the tracking sheet. All right, so I just showed you on video that I recorded from a while ago that I placed a $50 bet on the Bills. So this $100 balance on the website goes down to $80, which is kind of weird, right? I'm gonna show you what happened with that as well, why that's not $50, and explain that real quick. Okay, so just to clarify, these are the bets on Bet Online that I've placed. You can see these bets that I placed. So I am using this app for trying to find better odds on little bets and everything that I do in the background. So here's some proof, more proof of bets that I actually placed. I'm not just adding money to the bankroll. But for the Super Bowl bet, I showed that on video that I placed that. So here is proof of that. I placed that bet. So it's $50 to win $237. And that's if the Bills win the Super Bowl. So that's a very long shot, like a time frame wise and odds wise, pretty much a long shot bet. So I don't include this in my bankroll tracking sheet because it's any futures I place, they're not like liquid cash. I can't move that money around. I kind of consider it just like a wash, and I decrease that from the bankroll. So that's why the balance that I showed you just a minute ago went from $100 to $80. Really, it went from $100 to $50 in the tracking sheet because I can't use this money. I might lose it. I don't know, but it's just really hard to keep track of futures in the bankroll since like it technically still is my money, but it's placed. So it's just easier for me to not count it. It's like more conservative to not include it in the bankroll. But either way, the deposit match was 50% of my initial deposit. So my initial deposit was $100. I got a $50, which was 50% deposit match. That was free bet money, so I couldn't actually play that money. I couldn't cash it out, so I had to play it first until I could use it. So what I did is this bet here, where I placed $50. I don't know, I just picked some like random game that day. I don't remember like why I picked this. Probably just like decent odds. I put $50 in. Won it, luckily. It was a free bet, so I got $25 back. So, and then I had like another hit the next day. Yeah, the next day I got like $3. And then we got some like free spins and stuff that paid out. So that's why the balance went from $100 to $50 and then back up to $80 because I added this 25 to the 50, so it's like 75. And then we added $3 more from that bet and like some spins and everything. I also wanted to say, I've been on that website for probably about over a month now, and the odds on that website kind of suck. So I don't really recommend that website, but just that sign up offer, the Super Bowl offer, and then the deposit match and the free spins and everything was kind of worth it. The money is not locked up. I can withdraw all that money. I don't have to wager it, but the odds are not that great on the website. So I don't really use that website that much. I rarely use that website, but I'm still including, I'm just leaving $100 in there for now and trying to keep an eye on it for any promotions that come up, just as like another avenue to add some money to the bankroll. But I don't use that as like one of my main drivers. Just wanted to clarify that for the challenge. But like I said, we're sitting at day 209 at $1,431, which makes our 1% profit goal $14.31. Our stop loss is about $57. So like I said in the last episode, my plan going forward is to do like 1 day of going for the 1% profit goal. And then the other days, I'm going to risk $1 and go for like high multipliers and try to protect the bankroll. I talked about this in the last episode. But for this first strategy I'm going to do today, it's something a little bit different. Okay, so for our strategy today, I'm going to explain what we're going to do. It's a little bit crazy. So the last episode I talked about doing a strategy that one of the viewers have been talking about for a long time for me to try. I kept telling them I'm gonna try your strategy. I'm gonna do it. So I finally did it last episode. It was someone on the Discord, but the guy left a comment on my YouTube video on the last one. He says he doesn't even have Discord, so he doesn't know what strategy I used. I guess I mixed that up. That's my bad. But he told me his strategy again, and I didn't run his strategy. So we're gonna run his today. And it's a Martingale strategy. It's very aggressive, and I'm really not excited about this. But the way this works is you start off with a base bet, and I'm gonna do 1 cent, and I'll explain why. You start with a base bet. So I'm gonna do 1 cent, and then what you do is you multiply the previous bets by 2. So basically how this works is we're gonna start with 1 cent. If we lose, we just double it. And then if we lose a third or a second time, we go on to the third bet. And the way this works is we add up the previous bets and then multiply by 2. So we had 2 and 1, we get 3, multiply by 2, we get 6. If we lose that third round, we're on to our third progression, which would be the fourth bet. We add up 6, 2, and 1, which would be 9, and we multiply by 2 to get 18. And then we just keep doing that. So we add up all the previous bets, then we multiply by 2 to get to our next bet. These are the cumulative bets that I would be able to place with 8 progressions. So I have a starting bankroll of $66 just so I can do 8 progressions with a strategy. Let's give it a shot. So he said to do it on like a 50-50 game where you have like a 1-to-1 chance of winning. I was gonna do this on flip at first, but I'm gonna show you why I'm not gonna do this on flip. So let's just do a $0 bet. You can see if you win the bet and you cash out, it's a 1.96. It's a 50-50 shot. So I was gonna do flip because it's a simple 50-50, but let's go over to dice. It's a 1.96x, right? If I go to dice and I set the win chance to 50, the multiplier is a 1.98. So I'm going to run with dice because it has a little bit less of a house edge. So with that in mind, we have our $66 in the bankroll. Oh man, Martingale strategies are very risky. This one's extremely risky. It's very aggressive. But that chart that I just showed you is what I'm gonna be referencing to place these bets. So we're gonna start off with 1 cent. And when we lose, we're gonna add up all our cumulative bets and multiply by 2. Now the thing with this is, when you go on a losing streak, I think it pays back a lot more than a typical Martingale because you just profit 1 unit, where this one you profit like all your previous units. So we're gonna see how this works after a few losses. So here we go. So now we go up to 6 cents, and if we can profit, you can see we go from 5 cents to 8 cents. So it's a pretty aggressive Martingale strategy. So we're gonna keep rolling with this. Every time we get a loss, the first one's an easy double up, then we go for 6 cents. And then the next one is 18 cents. So this is a very aggressive Martingale. You can see that chart's gonna be nuts. I'm pretty nervous to run this because if we go for like, I think it's 8 or 9 losses, we're gonna get wiped. So we're gonna give it a shot though. We're gonna give it a shot. This is the one I was saying, this guy said he runs it, he makes a lot of money with it. I mixed it up with the last episode, someone else's strategy. But I don't know. Give this a shot. If we lose it, it's alright. I'm willing to take the risk and try to learn something new. Maybe it works out really well, we make a bunch of money. So far, so good. Okay, I think I was supposed to double that up, which I didn't, so let's bring that back down. Double this up. Now we go to 6 cents. I'm not looking forward to this going. This is going to increase so fast. Okay, so this is the highest bet we've done so far, 54 cents. We lose that. Okay, so now we go for $1.62. Oh my gosh, this is not good. We only have a few more bets left before this bust. Okay, we have 2 more bets left. So again, we're adding up all of our cumulative bets so far, and we're going for, and then we're multiplying that by 2. that hits. Oh my gosh. All right, I need to take a second. All right, I am shaking right now. This is because we lost $100 last episode, and that was stressful, man. Losing $100 in one episode. I think that was probably our biggest loss yet. So doing those big bets on this strategy is not going to be fun. I'm only running this once today. Last episode, I did that strategy for 2 days of playthrough. For this one, I'm just gonna do it for 1 day because I'm not trying to risk the bankroll too much, guys. I'm trying to keep it safe. Lock in profits, and here we go. We got some big bets coming up now. Oh my gosh. Don't do this. 14.58. Alright, I'm very hesitant to go for the all-in $40 bet here. That would be the next one, it's like $43. Oh my gosh. Let's just go for the 14 again. Alright, that hit. Okay, let's go for the 486. I'm gonna kind of work this back down. 14.58. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm starting to lose my mind. Okay. Alright. Let's just go back to base bet. I should have increased it as I should have. I should have went for like the $43 bet. We would have been up big, but that's so risky, man. Okay. Alright. Lock in. Oh my gosh. He said this strategy's good, but dude, this is nuts. I am shaking. I think it's just since the last episode I lost $100, I'm not trying to like torch our bankroll. That's why I'm so nervous to run this right now. And these 50-50s, I'm sure you guys have seen bets when it comes to Martingale. Like, I've been on loss streaks that literally have gone for like 20 hands or like 20 bets. I've seen it. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's scary, man. It is really scary. I feel like the strategy isn't really like, it's not really profitable until you actually start just doing those big bets. It's basically just like, I should just be doing like $4 bets. What's the point of even doing this penny? I guess you're hoping to avoid a loss streak, but alright, let's just keep rolling with it. Oh my gosh. I'm supposed to double this up. Okay. We're getting our penny wins. I'll take the penny wins. Wait, we really like... Okay, here we go. Let's go for 6 cents. And then 18. That hits. Alright. Okay. Like, we're not making a ton of progress, but it does kind of work. Even with those little pennies. I don't like going these. I don't like how fast this increases, man. It's supposed to be 18. Okay. There it hits. Brings back down to 1 cent. And then we go for 16. Or sorry, 18. That hits. Okay. Alright. 6 cents. 18. 54. Alright, that's sweet. $1.62. This is where the money's at though. Okay, that hits. That's where the money's at. Once you get to like $1.62, that's like where it starts to actually like matter. Anything kind of before that doesn't really do much. Again, I think this is really just like kind of playing the streak. Like you're just hoping after a huge streak, you're eventually gonna hit. I don't know if that's a methodology on it, but it's kind of what it seems like. Because his whole thing is, I don't even know if I explained this right. But his whole thing is like if you martingale, after getting like, say you go on like a crazy loss streak of like 6 losses, you bet a huge amount just to make like 1 unit of profit, where this one you are making way more than like 1 unit per profit, or 1 unit profit when you come back. It's kind of his idea. So I get where he's coming from, but it's still super risky. And there's no chance I'll be running this on an auto bet. Absolutely 0 chance. This thing would go so fast. Alright. Okay. Really just waiting for this to get to another big bet on like $1, and then we should be done. If we can go through like a big increase like that again, I think we'll complete the day. But ultimately I gotta work up my $100 loss from the last episode. So that's why I'm gonna stick with going for these 1% profit pools throughout this accelerated catch up, trying to catch the bankroll up. I lost $100, so now we gotta catch that back up. But I'm not trying to chase it like fast. I'm not trying to chase it fast. We're gonna take it slow and stick to like the strategical approach to the challenge. And this is like a very slow strategy. I thought this would be a lot quicker. Oh, it's fine. Forgot to double it. Okay, there we go. There we go. Bring us back down. Getting our 1 penny, which is cool. Go for 6 cents. That hits. Back to 1. Okay. Can we work this up? Can we get there? I just don't like those like $14 bets, man. That was disgusting. Alright, 6 cents. 18 cents. We gotta go for 54. Okay, we hit that. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Like it. I like it. I like it. Alright, we get lost. Gotta double it up. I was gonna think about like speeding this up, but I feel like these big bets can come in at any second, so that's why I'm not skipping. The graph is really evening out too since those beginning bets down here. Like that was wild, and now it's starting to kind of plateau, which is, I'm cool with that. I'd rather plateau than go for those crazy dips. But okay, I gotta lock back in. Lock back in. Nice. Okay, we're gonna 6 cents. And then 18. 54. There it is. Nice. We're pretty close. We just need, I think, 31 cents. So we're getting there. Very slowly, but we're making some progress. I think we'll get there. Unless we hit the craziest loss streak very shortly here. We'll see though. Alright, 54 cents. There it is. And that's the 1% profit goal. $14.31 on the dot. Alright. Thank God. Nice little win. Add that to the sheet. I'll be right back. Okay, so day 209 was a win. We got our $14.31 profit. Nice to see. The website balance is sitting at 218 total, including the vault balance. So we're still down from that 301. I'm trying to work back up to that. That's the goal, was get back to that 301 by the time we catch the entire tracking sheet back up. But for the next 5 days of playthrough today, for day 210 through day 214, what I'm going to do is risk $1 each day to protect the bankroll. And we're going to go, I'm going to try something pretty fun and a little bit different. So let's hop back on the website. Okay, so I got this idea. I'm going to try to make it a little bit more interesting than it kind of sounds. So I was looking at flip, and I thought about, like, you know, we're just gonna risk $1 a day. What if I just did penny bets and went for like a super high multiplier? If we did 20 flips in a row, right, on 1 penny, and we got them all right, which is statistically, if you look at the win chance, like slim to impossible, it'd be a 1 million X though. So if we did a penny bet, it'd be 10 G's, 10 grand on a penny bet if we hit that. And that would be bananas. It'd be absolutely bananas. The chances of hitting that are obviously very slim. I'm just risking $1 going for like penny bets. So I probably would I'd be sitting here for a long time, probably just throwing a penny in. I'm only risking $1 a day just to progress the bankroll. But I thought that'd be like crazy to go for, because if we hit that, we would be set up. Like we'd 10x our bankroll. Like that'd be crazy off a penny bet. But the chances of that happening are like pretty much impossible. So what I thought about doing, and kind of maybe like a more fun way and get some profit along the way, just to kind of like for some content, I don't really know, but I was kind of thinking if we just went through and we try to go for like one at a time and work our way through. So like the idea is like we go for 1 bet, cash that out, and then once we hit that, we go for like 2 in a row, and then whenever we hit that, we go for 3 in a row, and then like so on throughout all of these. And once we get like some higher numbers, like 10 flips, the payouts would be pretty crazy. You can see that's like a 1000x. So on a penny, it's like $10. But I think that's what I'm gonna do, and we're just gonna risk $1. And I'm gonna do this on manual because it's only 1 flip. So let's just go for 1 flip. I'm gonna do 10 cents because it's I'm not gonna do a penny on like 1 flip. Come on. So let's try to go for heads, and we lose that. All right, let's go for heads again, and we lose that. All right, cool. Let's go for heads again. All right, we lose that. Let's go for heads again. All right, we lose that. Let's go for heads. We win that. Nice. Let's cash out. All right. Now we're gonna go for 2 flips. Go through the gauntlet. We're trying up to 20 flips. I don't even know if it's possible, but we're gonna try it. Let's go for heads. We lose that. Let's go for heads, and let's go for heads again. All right, we got 2 in a row. That's a 4x. We're gonna cash that out. Now we're gonna go for 3 in a row. So I'm gonna go for a 5-cent bet because I feel like this might actually kind of take a while. So let's go for 3 in a row. Probably gonna just start torching, and I lose that. Okay, I lose that. This is like a 50% chance. It shouldn't be that crazy. Okay, we lose that. Nice. Maybe I should just auto this. Let's just auto this. Let's go for 3 flips. Let's just do a random pick, and then any profit we get, we'll just stop it. 5-cent bets, stop loss. We'll do 60 cents. Should stop before, because I have all 5 days of the dollar that we're gonna be using. So it should stop it. So let's just see if we can hit this. Oh, I didn't mean to run it back. Okay, we hit it briefly there. Nice little payout. I don't even know what that was. What was that? That's not showing. Might take a second to pop up. But all right, let's move on to 4 flips. We're gonna random it. I like that. We'll go for that. Okay. I'm thinking we'll go for like 3 cents, and we'll stop on a loss of, is that 78 cents? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that bet popped up. Yeah, this is a 7.84x going for 3 flips. That's actually pretty good. So we're going for 4 now. Let's see if we can hit this. If we hit this, it'll stop. And the last one was a 7x, so this one should be pretty high if it hits. But the chances of this happening are a 6% chance. There it is, it hits. Crazy payout. That was a crazy payout. Didn't see the multiplier on that, but it was a 6% chance. Oh, I guess it says profit right there. It's a 15x, 15.6x. Not too bad, not too bad. All right, so now we're gonna go for 5 flips. And again, I'm gonna try to work my way up to 20 flips, see if this is feasible. I don't know. But not too bad so far. So this has a win chance of 3%. Let's bring us down to 2 cents. We'll random pick it. I like that. That's a nice little pattern there. And then let's go for stop on loss, 95 cents. We'll just run this until that dollar is wiped. Here we go. Let's see if we can hit this. And the earlier we can hit these, it gives us some some earnings to play with for the next tier. It's kind of the way I'm thinking about this. 31x, we hit that. We're starting to move a little bit. This is getting a little bit crazy. All right, we're going for 6 flips now. And I might just keep it at 2 cents since we got an early profit there. If we hit this, it'd be like a dollar, almost $1.20 something. So let's do a stop loss of $1.32. We're gonna risk all of our profit on this. Let's see if we can hit this. Oh, we were 1 off. Whoa, dude, this is getting wild. This is getting crazy. Okay, I didn't think this would be working out that well. Let's go for 7 flips now. And I'm gonna random this a couple times. I like that, a little bit of an even pattern there. And I don't know, maybe we should just keep it on a 2-cent bet. Maybe we'll change it. Let's see here. Let's go for 141 stop loss. Let's go for let's just go for 1 penny. Maybe once this gets down to $1, we're up at 2 cents. Play it safe. Give it some room for more bets. I want to see if we can work this up and try to get like some crazy profit. Dude, no way. That's crazy, man. 125x. Oh my gosh. You can't make that up. That's crazy. All right, we're up to $2.55. I didn't think this would be working this easy. I don't know. This is weird. This is real weird. Okay, let's go for 255. Stop loss. And now it's a 250x if we hit this on 1 penny, and the win chance is a 0.4% chance. Very small chance of this happening, but so far so good. And we're using a penny to go for this. So I mean, if this doesn't hit, I'm cool with that. But I'm thinking if we can just run this up until like, dude, no way. This is wild. I don't know why this is working so quick. I don't trust it. It's so weird, man. All right, let's go for maybe just 89 cents. We'll keep our profit. We'll run this next one for 89 bets on 9 flips. So we got a little bit of a randomness there. We're gonna run it. This one has I thought that just hit. Okay. This one has a 0.2% chance of hitting, and if we win, it's a 500x. So that'd be $5 with our 1 penny, which is like, doesn't sound like that much, especially with the bankroll being like $1,400. But dude, that's pretty nuts. Getting a 500x. Oh, that was 1 off. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna run this down to $4 of profit, and then we'll move on to like the next day, and I'll just keep running this for the rest of the video. I think this could be crazy. This could be, if these all pay out like relatively early on, which is probably not gonna happen, but we could get some serious profit. Like I said, if we go for the $1,000,000x, if we can make it that far, which I doubt we're gonna make it that far, definitely not on this episode. Maybe I'll just keep doing this in each episode maybe, but if we hit that $1,000,000x on 1 penny, it'd be 10 G's, man. That'd be 10 grand. I think that would just be the wildest thing if we could do that, going for a $1,000,000x. 1,000,000x doesn't even sound like I'm saying something that's real. I mean, it's basically you're chasing the unicorn, but I don't know. I'm just trying to speed up the bankroll, trying to progress the bankroll, have some fun along the way. We got 3 more bets, and then we're gonna call it, keep our profit. We'll do 1 more bet, 1 last bet. Okay, we got $4 of profit. I'm gonna log that in the sheet, and we'll just hop into the next day real quick. All right, so now we're gonna bring the stop loss to $1 and continue going for the same exact thing. So I vaulted that money, and we're gonna do 100 bets trying to chase a 9 correct coin flip run. I'm still gonna keep the profit and stop loss up just to see how this like continuously is going. But I logged that in the sheet. I'll come back. We'll wrap up the video with I'll talk about all the days playthrough at the end, but I'm not gonna show that in the meantime just because we're using $1. So let's see if we can hit this. I'm thinking we're gonna hit this by the end of the video. I don't know why that stopped. I think we're gonna hit this by the end of the video, at least by just the pure fact we're gonna have like 500 bets going for this one. With the win chance, I feel like we should hit that. 0.2%, very slim chance, but I feel like we should hit that in like 500 bets. So that's the idea. I will probably speed this up, and if this hits, we'll come back, or if it burns, we'll just move on and keep running it. So I guess actually I can't even speak. I'm gonna let this run. I'll just run the entire next few days. I'll run this entire $3.21 down until this hits. If it hits, we'll move on to going for 10 flips. So I'll be back in a little bit. All right, so we ran that for a lot of bets. I think about 490 bets roughly, give or take. And I feel like that should have hit at least like once. We got so many one-offs, very close, but it's all right. We will maybe try this again in the next episode. Just keep trying to go up the ladder and hit up all of these. I think that'd be kind of crazy to try to go for some of those. But yeah, it's gonna be it for trying to chase that for today. All right, so we did about, what is that, 6 days of playthrough today, speeding up the bankroll, just trying to catch up to get to current day. We're making some progress. I think if we keep doing this for a couple more episodes, maybe a handful of episodes, we'll get there. But overall, since we did 6 days of playthrough, a little bit unusual, but we're gonna go up probably a little bit more each video just because we're doing more days of playthrough. So on the video, we went up to $60 from the start up until the end here. Which most of that is from, I think from the start of the video up until here, we went up like $4 in Bitcoin. We got maybe $7 from this app over 6 days in free bonuses and sports betting. We went up about $15 here. This jumped up, what is that? About $40? Yeah, $40. The website went up about $14, and then $2 and $0 there. So yeah, all the apps, the sports betting, those bonuses I showed in the beginning definitely brought up the balance a good bit. So we went up $60 since the beginning of the episode, or since last episode. And then on the website itself, doing the 1% profit the first day, and then we got $4 from that crazy like penny hit, I forget, or like 5-cent hit or something on the flip. We got $4, and then we risked $1 each day, and we lost $4. Actually, yeah, $4. So kind of broke even there. It's all good though. It's kind of the idea of just progressing the bankroll. I'm gonna risk $1 each day in hopes to just kind of flatline the bankroll. That's the idea there. And that's why these are highlighted in orange, just to show the fact that I'm like not really like losing $1. These aren't like a loss day. Compared to like a $100 loss or like a $50 loss, $35 loss or anything. I'm just trying to, I'm not really counting these days as losses. It's more or less just like a progressive day, something like that. But yeah, pretty good episode. Went up $60. We're sitting at 1,492 going into the next episode, which is pretty sick. We're almost at the $1,500 mark. I guess since we're gonna be moving the bankroll along pretty fast too, it might be helpful to show our chart. So here's our chart. Obviously, I mentioned this before, but this big dip here is just the website balance not being included in the rest of the bankroll. So we're really sitting like right here as of recording. Obviously, things are going really good in the background. That's why I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, bankroll's going up really good, guys. I'm telling you, we are making some serious progress. Things are going to get pretty wild. If we can hit these crazy multipliers on coin flip, it might help us get ahead too. That's gonna be it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, join the Discord, the link is in the description. Leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments below. And don't gamble. I don't suggest you try this. This is purely for fun. It's something I'm just documenting for my own personal free time. I don't suggest you try this or recommend it as like a profitable strategy. I'm just trying to be strategic and have some fun along the way. But that's going to be it for this one, like I said. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. All right. Peace.